Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite pieces of gear, and that is going to be minimalist wallets. We're going to be comparing head to head the Ridge wallet, which I have been using for over a year, as well as the Ekster Cardholder. This is the forged carbon fiber version. Ekster was kind enough to send this one out to me to check out, and I've actually owned this one and was gifted the Ridge wallet for a long time. So I'm excited to put them head to head and let you guys know which one I am using right now as my daily driver. So let's get right into it. Before we get too far in, let's talk a little bit about each wallet and kind of what its specialty is. So the Ridge wallet, I actually did a full review of somewhat recently. It essentially is that two-plate design. So basically there's a plate on the front and a plate on the back, and inside is where your cards are. There's this little notch right here where you push your finger in, and then that pushes the cards out, so you have access to the cards, and they kind of display out like that. You have easy access to the front and easy access to the back cards. It is a little bit more difficult to get to the center cards, but it is an extremely simple and extremely easy design. And then of course there is a cash strap on the back here where you can keep cash. I can keep quite a few different bills in there, no problem. And they do make money clip versions of this, but they are difficult to basically switch over from either the cash strap to the money clip. Anyway, so that is the Ridge wallet. Meanwhile, we have the Ekster. The Ekster is actually a little bit different design from what is normal on the industry today, whereas most kind of go with that two-plate design. Ekster went the extra mile. Ekster went the extra mile, and they actually have an internal mechanism where you push the button here and it actually kicks out the cards, basically kind of fans them out right here and makes it so it's easily accessible for the front card and the back card. And then also you can generally get a pretty easy access to the middle cards as well. And then on the back here, you have a plate where you can fit extra cards, not quite as easily accessible as the ones that are up here. You can fit up to 6 cards here. You can fit quite a few on this back plate as well. I generally can have about 12 cards on me at any point in time with this one. And then of course you have the cash strap. There is no money clip for the card holders from Ekster. However, I use the cash straps on no matter what wallet I get anyway, so that's not really a big deal for me. But if you do want a money clip, this may not be the right one for you. Anyways, so let's get into it. I've kind of broken this down into different categories. Let's talk about each category and which one I like better for each. All right, so first things first, it comes down to price point. Both of these wallets are not cheap. They are close to $100. The Ekster's base MSRP, it starts out about $89, and the Ridge wallet starts out around $95, which makes the Ekster a little bit cheaper. I will say I have a carbon fiber version right here, which is a much more expensive version, and this is the standard aluminum one for the Ridge. But if you do base MSRPs, it has the same functionality for the card holder, whether you get their aluminum version, which is their base version, or the carbon fiber. It's just different materials. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. So realistically speaking, the Ekster is cheaper. It does get expensive, just like the Ridge. The Ridge's base price being at that $95, it gets much more expensive as well. Both of these even have like a gold version of the wallet. So there's a pretty wide range out there. Ekster is a little bit cheaper at the base MSRP, so it wins out in this category. So wallets go through a lot of different stuff throughout the day, especially if you have like a metal key organizer like with what I have. So you got to make sure that your wallet can hold up to abuse better. With the two different wallets here, I actually have found that the Ridge wallet holds up a little bit better. So the Ridge wallet being made of aluminum, and the paint seems to hold up a little bit better. I've used this for over 12 months, and it has minimal wear, as you can see up on the screen right now. Meanwhile, the Ekster, I started seeing wear pretty much right away. I will say there's little scratches, you can kind of see a little bit of wear on the edges. I don't know about their aluminum version, if it's going to have as much wear, but this one does wear a little bit more than the Ridge, which is a bit of a bummer. So the next category is which one holds cards better, and that honestly hands down goes to the Ekster. The Ekster just does an amazing job at holding cards. It's able to hold just as much, if not more, than the Ridge, but being able to easily access those 6 cards right there being fanned out is just so nice. I find myself being able to use this just so much quicker. You can easily get into that back card, no problem, and then you're able to just insert them right back in there. It is really nice having this extra plate back here for extra cards. I do use that all the time. That's a great place to keep like gift cards or just different things that or membership cards that you don't normally use. And then you keep your most used cards up in here. I find the usability, ease of access to the cards just is so much better in the Ekster side of stuff. Whereas the Ridge, I will say, while it is extremely reliable, it is just a little bit more difficult. It's not too hard to get to the outside card. As you can see right here, like it only takes a couple seconds to get into those, but what really comes down to an issue is when you need to get into those middle cards. you actually have to fully take the cards out and to be able to get into the middle cards there. So the next category comes down to styling and which one I like better. Both of these, honestly, I really do like both styles. It's really up to the eye of the beholder on this one. Honestly, I really like carbon fiber, and so that comes to the Ekster as well. I like the styling of it. I will also say it's just a little bit more complicated of a style, and just a little bit more interest to it, and I do really like that. However, the Ridge wallet is extremely high quality, and honestly, most people know what a Ridge wallet is, which is kind of cool. So if you are showing friends and family and that kind of stuff, most people understand what you're talking about when you say a Ridge wallet. Meanwhile, Ekster just doesn't quite have as big of a brand name, I would say, as the Ridge does. So which one do I personally recommend? And this is probably what you guys are waiting for. Which one do I use on a daily basis? And kind of based off how I've been having the tone and that kind of stuff, I actually do use the Ekster considerably more. This is kind of my go-to wallet. You really can't beat having that push button and to be able to just, quickly be able to get to your cards. I really like that functionality. The Ridge also is just a fantastic wallet. I don't know if it's just because I've used it for so long, but I tend to reach for the Ekster over the Ridge every day. I really think it just really that usability and just be able to get to cards. Having that extra storage in the back where you don't actually have to use those cards every day, whereas like with these, you have to get all the cards out to be able to get anything other than the outside 2 cards. Whereas this one, you can kind of store the ones you don't normally use back here, and then you only have to deal with the ones that you do use the most inside the normal compartment. Some things I am a little bit worried about with this wallet is its reliability. It does have moving parts down here at the base, which is concerning because anytime you have moving parts, you might run into a little bit of reliability issues. It might break, might cause some issues. But I have not had that yet, and I have not had that be an issue yet. But if you are worried about reliability, the Ridge might be your better option. So that's my thoughts. I like the Ekster. The Ridge is a fantastic wallet as well. My kind of go-to is that Ekster wallet, and I really do like it. So which one do you have? Which one do you want? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out. And also don't forget to like this video, as it makes it so that other people see this video on their feed and can help out with that feedback as well. I hope you guys have a great one and have a great day. Bye.